If you've ever taken a check ride and the evaluator is in another airplane, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Guys, welcome to the channel. Like, comment. The comment section is starting to become...
Whoa. Cut. What are we doing?
What
is this?
Yeah, we're filming.
Yeah, but like, comment, share.
Yeah, what's your question?
Who taught you that? We don't do that here. No,
okay.
We tell them to unsubscribe or don't. We don't care. And we don't want them to comment because they're mean. And I have feelings.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to another episode of Mondays with Mover. I am Mover, C.W. Lemoine, author of the Spectre series. And with me today is Deuce, who you may remember from such films as Deuce Goes to the Range, where he drove and talked about his career. And it was a pretty good learning experience to see going from ROTC to weapons school instructor. We didn't mention the fact that you left that and went to a guard unit, so...
Yeah, that's factually correct.
There's the stuff on the end of that. But thanks for coming back to the channel. Appreciate it. Today, Deuce is going to help me review the STI 2011 handgun that we did a group purchase buy on for the guard, and he's going to tell us about it. Go with your data.
All right, so starting off... had the idea in the squadron, hey, let's do a group 1911 order. So what guys have done in squadrons in the past is they get together with Kimber and they get a custom kind of 1911 with some engravings on it, your call sign, squadron patch, that sort of thing. So Kimber's kind of your low to mid-level kind of 1911 manufacturer and single stack only. So what I suggested and what I wanted to do was actually do a custom 2011 build there with STI. So I called STI and I asked, hey, is this something that we can do? Is this within the realm of possibility? And they responded, yeah, sure. However, you need at least 32 guns in order to make this happen. So from there, was able to reach out to some of the F-16 pilots across the United States, both retired and currently flying the aircraft. And what we got was a total of 40 guns for this order in particular. So it took a few months to set up, a little bit of back and forth, if you will, there with STI. I was working with their director of operations there, Josh Dow, who was just fantastic to work with, very reasonable guy and easy to get the order going together with there. So they've done this in the past. So the build that we did is very similar to one that they did with LA SWAT there fairly recently. So what is it? Well, the pistol itself, it's kind of a cross between their DVC line as well as their tactical line there. So it's kind of a hybrid between the two. So what it is, it's a 5-inch 2011 chambered in 9mm. So starting off with the barrel, what we have is a stainless steel barrel. It's a bull barrel, and it's of course chambered in 9mm. Starting off up front here is a Dawson Precision fiber optic front sight. The rear sight is a fixed ledge Heine sight there that you can rack off your belt if you so choose to do so. Now, what we got under the ejection port there, so this was actually done via laser, is people's individual fighter pilot call sign there under the ejection port. On the opposite side of the pistol, what we have is the classic kind of F-16 patch along with a nose-on silhouette of it. So shout out to Spanky Clifton there at the weapons school for hooking me up with the F-16 patch, and shout out to Fist Colony there for the nose-on silhouette of the F-16.
Very nice.
So up front on the slide we have lightning cuts there on either side of the slide. Good for a little bit for the recoil kind of impulse there, quickening that up a bit and lightening up the slide overall. But really, it looks cool. And you got to look cool.
60% of being a fighter.
So, and part of that is with the stainless steel barrel for it to kind of stand out and pop a little bit there. Looks really nice overall.
Whose decision was that?
Mine. Yours.
Yeah.
We. Ours. We. I did that. Yeah, a little collaboration there. So moving down on the pistol, back again towards the rear of it, we have ambidextrous safeties. The trigger on it is nothing short of amazing.
Yeah.
So 1911s, 2011s, they're known for a really short, really crisp kind of trigger, and this one pulls right at 3.5 pounds.
You measured it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's been checked. Really crisp kind of reset. You can adjust the pre-travel / reset there.
We got to do this.
Yeah. Let's make this happen.
All right. Ready? Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Hold that for a second.
Yeah.
And right there.
Yep. It's good.
Very nice. Okay.
At the front here we have a Picatinny rail. It doesn't go all the way out to the front of the gun. Gives it kind of that classic 1911 style cut kind of look there for you. The grips on this 2011, they're tree bark flavor grips there. So stippled, really grippy, but not so much that you're going to kill your hands with it.
I really like it, yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. You don't need to adjust your grip during a long string of fire there, if you will. The opposite side, what we have is a extended mag release button there. That's a Dawson Precision part that STI installed there at the weapon. At the bottom of the grip, what we have is STI's more tactical kind of Mac well. Makes reloading really simple. You also have cuts on it, so if you need to strip a mag out due to a malfunction, then it's pretty easy to do so. The magazines that we got, so what was included with the pistol were 2x 140 millimeter magazines. So that's 21 round capacity there of 9 millimeter. So great for competition, range use, or home defense there if you're choosing it.
Great for freedom.
Yeah, it's great for freedom.
Okay. Oh, the other thing too, it comes with, which some of us got and some of us had to cry about, and then they got this fancy case, soft case. Says 2011 on it. Looks like a Red Air MiG fighter. Holds all your stuff. Securely attaches. They come with a padlock. Comes with grease. So for this review, Deuce came out and helped me shoot it for the first time I'd ever shot it, and immediately informed me that there's some care and feeding that the weapon has to go through prior to being shot, which it comes with Lucas oil grease, which we promptly applied, and then we kind of also added some CLP. It runs wet.
That's what they say,
so to speak.
Yeah, that's actually correct.
By the time I finished shooting, I had oil everywhere in my glasses.
Yeah,
which was great. So we went out to a local range, indoor range, and shot right around 600 rounds or so.
It was at least 600 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. What are your impressions? You shot more than I have so far. What do you think about the gun?
Yeah, so I have probably over 1,000 rounds through mine. It's super accurate, like way more accurate than I ever could be. So. It's really fast in terms of follow-up shots there with the trigger and just the way that the weapon kind of fits together there. So for the pistol itself, so great shooting. Again, diamond-like carbon finish on it, so it's very abrasion resistant for that. Now the slide to frame fit is just. Hear that for it. Speaks kind of for itself. It's good. Not a lot of play with the actual slide to frame fit there, and just cycles just kind of magically.
It was magic.
So how's it shoot? It shoots really flat. Makes it so that you're right back on target for quick kind of follow-up shots there. Great for competition shooting there, so it's phenomenal.
All right. So the ergonomics of the gun, from my perspective, I'm an average shooter. I shoot for law enforcement, for qualification, for practice, mostly tactical shooting. I don't do any 3-gun. You do 3-gun stuff, right? So that's something that I'd love to start doing at some point. So it's kind of a tactical competition mix of a gun. For me, you as far as fit, the grip is awesome. It's probably one of the best grips. You're on, your hand sits high. It's naturally in a good position. The sights are very easy to see. The recoil is non-existent for non-mil.
It's not a thing.
So you're immediately back on target. I think that's a plus. So shooting the weapon, the trigger is awesome. The trigger reset is actually adjustable.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a little screw. Where is it? Right here.
Yeah, it has to deal with the pre-travel there. Kind of shortens up the trigger just a touch.
Yeah. So 3.5-pound trigger. It's obviously lighter than a duty weapon. It's a very crisp trigger pull, as we talked about. One more time.
Let's do it one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as putting rounds on target, I thought it's the most accurate gun I've ever shot. Probably by far way better than me. It actually made me look like a decent shooter while shooting it. So we were kind of flip-flopping back and forth. We each took 2 mags, and we'd load 2 mags, hand off and stuff. Because of that, we shot 600 rounds in a very short time. It's the first handgun I've shot that actually got hot.
It gets hot.
Not just like, oh, this is warm from shooting. It got like rifle hot in the time that a rifle would get hot.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's just the coating or, it's metal or just how many rounds we're putting or the tight tolerances of kind of.
I think it's probably a combination of the tolerances and the amount of rounds that we were shooting with it.
But out at 25 yards, I thought it's a fairly accurate gun, especially for me. Sometimes I struggle at 25 yards, but anything inside of that, it's just a nail driver. For the amount of rounds we shot, all of them, didn't matter what we had, whether it was remanufactured or factory ammo, all the ammo at some point as we went through the session, we ended up having either a failure to feed, failure to extract, or a double feed.
Yeah.
And that happened quite a few times, which it happens with other guns, but it's not something you'd expect for a gun of this caliber. So I reached out to the folks at STI. They're a great group of people, and they're going to take it back and go through the weapon and make sure. And before this video is over, there will be an update on how it does with another couple hundred rounds through it, and we'll see if it still does it.
I had to send my STI 2011 back to STI. Their customer service is fantastic. They were really responsive. Got me a quick 2-day shipping label pretty much immediately. It turns out that, like Mover was talking about for the chamber, a little bit happened with the tolerances for the chamber. That's something that they've addressed there in their manufacturing process there, that they actually turns out discovered there at a SHOT Show at Range Day is when they first learned of the problem. But they were able to fix it, got it right back to me, and my gun is 100% now at this point.
All right, so at the end of the debrief, we got lessons learned, right?
Yeah.
I'm still going to come back and shoot it one more time, but you've shot it a lot. How many rounds you put through it?
At least 1,200 rounds through mine.
So 1,200 rounds. I think you've got enough that you can give it a grade. And we're going to do fighter pilot grading because you're a weapons officer. So how does that work?
That's right. So grading scale goes from 0 to 4. 0 being that something dangerous happened, like the gun kind of blew up in my hand or something crazy like that. 1 is you're generally still kind of terrible. 2 is you're going to pass the ride. You make mistakes, you got some things to work on there.
That's usually where I live, right at the 1 to 2.
3 being above average, like, hey, you're fairly proficient, but you still make a few minimal mistakes, but you're able to recognize those kind of mistakes. And 4 is you're well above average, just kind of nailing it. So overall, what does it come down to for the pistol? Well, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4. It is the best firearm that I've ever shot, bar none, and it's the best firearm that I own and will ever own.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So, would you take this to combat?
Yes.
Okay. All right. For me, you know, the gun had its issues, but overall, it was when it worked, it was a great shooting weapon. But I want to save my grade until I go out and shoot, so you won't get to see any parting shots, any questions, any comments?
I have no questions.
Do you have anything to tell the kids at home?
No.
Before you disappear. Okay. All right. Well, Deuce, thanks for being on the channel.
Yeah.
Both videos were awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed having Deuce. If you did, comment, and if you're Garand Thumb, please do not go find him and kill him in his sleep.
One eternity later.
All right, so I sent the gun off to Sean, who is the head gunsmith there at STI. They sent me a 2-day label, sent it out, and within a couple days, Sean gave me a call, worked through some of the issues, figured out that it was a reamer, I guess, that Deuce had talked about that had gone bad in the initial production run, kind of wore out or something like that. And it was just a little bit out of tolerance, so Sean fixed that, mailed it back to me within a couple days, and I was able to take it back out to the range. I took it back out to the range twice. The first time, I wanted to use the first batch of ammo. We used a couple different types on that first test, but I wanted to use one of those, which was Rush Creek ammunition, which is once fired, remanufactured brass, so it is remanufactured, but it is highly rated, fairly decent quality for remanufactured. And I ran the gun about 300-400 rounds, and about 5 times out of that, it did the exact same thing. So I reached back out to Sean. The customer service is awesome at STI. You know, they're very receptive. Sean was going to send me a spring, which hasn't come in yet. But in the meantime, I wanted to go try it with some different ammunition. So I bought a case of Fiocchi, which is a little bit hotter, foreign brass. It's 1,200 feet per second, and I put about 400 rounds in it over the weekend, and not a single malfunction. And great gun to shoot when it works. It's awesome. Not everything worked like a champ. Cycled smoothly, no stovepipes, nothing like that. So I'm going to try the new spring. However, I think I've got enough information to give it a grade. On Deuce's scale, you know, talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 0 being dangerous. It wasn't dangerous. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't even average. I think it's an above average weapon. I would give it a 4, but I think a gun of that cost, Garand Thumb, with a video we just spoofed, mentioned that, if you're going to buy a weapon this expensive, don't put cheap training ammo in there. I kind of disagree with that because, a gun of this cost should be able to run anything. I don't think that it should be that big of a problem to cycle and run and stovepipe and all that stuff. And also, people who have the means to buy, expensive guns typically don't waste money on a lot of other things. So I just don't buy that as an argument. I think it should be able to run anything. I talked to the guys at STI. They agree. It's not meant to run competition ammo, especially, if you're going to use this because this was a SWAT buy, if you're going to use this as a duty weapon, you don't know what kind of range ammo you're going to get. Especially with departments that sometimes, buy cheaper ammo. So I think it should be able to run that. But I think it's also an outstanding weapon. It's the most accurate gun I've ever shot. It's very smooth. It's very fun to shoot. It's ergonomic. The sights are awesome. The grips are awesome. There's everything about the weapon is what you'd expect of a gun of this price range. So I think it's an outstanding gun. However, because of the malfunctions, I think it should work great out of the box. I'm just going to give it a 3, which is still above average, passing grade, just not outstanding. I'm not the Santa Claus that Deuce had, but it's a great gun. I really enjoyed working with the guys at STI. This review is not sponsored in any way. I bought the gun. I own the gun. So there's no kickbacks or anything like that. This is just, my honest opinion and Deuce's honest opinion because, we bought the gun and we enjoyed it. So if you like gun reviews, please leave a comment. Let me know. Hope you've enjoyed this review, and also the kind of spoof. It is April Fool's Day, so figured we'd combine that with the review. And we really enjoy Grant's channel, so if you're watching, hey man, it's just all in good fun. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
If you've ever been cleared for takeoff and the hot wings from last night start to hit you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And what it really does as well is it looks cool. So
you really are doing this Grant thumb thing, aren't you? All right, continue. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure before the comment section actually blows up. Look, we're sorry.
So
go.
If you've
shit. All right, now you can do it.
Damn it. If you've ever taken a check ride and the evaluator was in another airplane, let's do that again.
We're gonna have the outtakes.
That was awful. So the coating on the pistol, it's a DLC, so a diamond-like carbon coating. So it's very wear and abrasion resistant there.
Did you lock up?
Yep. Yeah. All right. Short and crisp trigger there, and this one pulls right at 3.5 pounds there. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I'm going to let him talk about kind of what this gun's about, what the specs are, and what else you want to talk about. Everything. He is going to be
all things.
He's wearing flannel. So by the way, no offense to Grant Thumb, it was all in good fun. Please don't hurt us. We're the pilots, so we don't like Sear at all.
Yeah.
Is manufactured ammo, and you're going to come be a douchebag, aren't you? I'm filming. Yeah, come here. Come here, you want to be on TV? You want to be... You want to be part of the interview, buddy?